out of Zephyr Hills, Florida, in his division. Also, Nathan Hummel, a third-place position finisher. Heath Fisher was a fourth-place position finisher in his division. Colby Lesser took a fifth in his division. Some other top 5 finishers in divisions. Tristan Pruitt was fourth in the division out there. And a few more. There's Austin Camden, as we see. So several players in this one as the gate is down. The race is on. Getting it sorted out for our first podium interviews today. Megawatt and already riders, as we like to say, jockeying for that first lap position, trying to get themselves in a great spot.
I believe it was a Naki out front on the 511 machine. Got a pretty good ID on him.
And I believe it might have been the 51 of Aiden Henley in second, right behind him, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll get a better look at these as they do wind their way a little closer out. The far reaches. Oh, the 904 machine. Brennan Harrison, a division race winner out of Jacksonville, Florida, just to our east. Got a line right now trying to move into a number 2 position here early on lap number 1.
Yeah, and you can tell he's extremely comfortable here. He's done lots of laps here, and look at the momentum. Around the outside he goes. He solidifies that second place position.
And he gets around Lesser. That was the 11 of Colby Lesser in that number 2 spot. Now dropping back to the number 3 position. Lesser finished 5th in moto number 1 out of Sentinel, Colorado. Very great start for him in the second moto. May yield a little better overall for him in the end.
And again, all the key players up front, all the guys that need to be there are there. And Naki having a great first moto as well.
Yeah, and you know, you're looking at a couple of divisions out here. So, you know, top 5 is relatively the top 10 is what you'd be looking for. And getting that sorted out right now here on this first lap. Inaki Bourgeois in first, Brendan Harrison second, Lesser, Hummel, and Bolasina your top 5. Mikey Wayne standing by down on the podium.
Hey, thanks, guys. Got our top 3. Cooper Johnson, come on up and see me. Our third place finisher. Come up and talk to me, man. Cooper Johnson, hey, a third place finish, second moto, third place finish on the week for you. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Jesus Christ keep me safe, MX Tire, Purity Suspension, Soga Performance, Mercedes Motorsports, DBD, 343 Graphics, MX Tire, and all the other ones I forgot. Thank you.
There you go, your third place finisher, Cooper Johnson. All right, Braxton Mess, come on up, man. Braxton with a second place finish. Braxton, man, congratulations on the P2, man. Who you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Fast House Hot Wheels, 100% EMT Racing, Dirt Bike Kids, AEO Power Sports, Bell Helmets, 100%, and everybody else, thank you so much.
Braxton Mass, your second place finisher. Congratulations to you. All right, let's bring up our champ. Easton Graves, man, get settled up right there behind the machine you did all that work on. I'm going to hand you a bottle of champagne first. Mom, Dad, I promise, just apple juice, sparkling cider. And Mike Burkeen not with us yet this morning, so I'm going to present you here. Whew, feels good. I'll do the official handshake and everything, man. That coveted #1 plate. Give me the handshake, make it official. Now, do it for the gram. Make some noise for Easton Groves. Easton, talk to me, dude. Got out in front of these guys. What did it take to get the win?
I had to get a good start. I knew I could. I came out about 5th. Braxton led the first lap. I got around him dropping into the pit. After that, put my head down and charged as hard as I could for the whole 6 laps.
You nailed it, man. Great ride. Congratulations to you. Who you want to thank?
My mom, my dad, Rocky Mountain ATVMC, my brother, my sister, Jesus Christ for keeping me safe, my grandparents, Rides Unlimited, 7, Matrix Concepts, Henson, Scott, Motor X, Thrill Seekers, T-Rex, Scott, and everybody else that helps me out. Thank you so much.
Your champ, Easton Graves. All right, back to you, Rodney and Megawatt in the tower.
All right, Hey, thanks a lot, Mess. Sorry about that, buddy. We've been butchering in, I have anyway, for many years. And congratulations on an outstanding performance as we watch the outstanding battle going on right now. Colby Lesser in it right now. Carson Wood, Nathan Hummel in at 3, 4, and 5. Nakia Bourgeois dropping to the number 2 spot as Brennan Harrison going on a terror out there, moving into that number 1 spot, claiming the number 1 position away as he did in that first moto. So he's looking at a 1-1 scenario. Nakia Bourgeois is looking at the number 2 on the 5-1-1. Carson Wood is looking at a 3rd overall in that 4th place position right now.
Not anymore. He just went by Lesser. So Carson Wood just made the pass, moves him into the 3 ride.
So a 2 and a 3 still would be 3rd overall for him. But we move him. Well, we'll reassess it when they check in. They haven't checked in yet. We got 3 laps that we're working on right now at this moment. Harrison in the lead at last check, and still is with a 151.296 in this mini senior 1 class 80. Now 4.6 second lead. He has laid down the law. It's Harrison's law out here this morning in the mini senior 1.
Yeah, and he's running a lap time to prove it. Carson Wood, he's about a second quicker than Abzur in front of him. But the problem is the distance, Rodney, the distance. Take a look at Carson Wood with that 153. He made his way past Lesser. Lesser dropped clear back to a 155.
Well, when we evaluate the top 1-1 for Brendan Harrison, 2-2 for Nakia Bourgeois, that would be your 2nd overall. Now we're looking at 2-3 for 3rd overall for Carson Wood. So that pass did pay some huge dividends, moving him up a spot or 2 in the overall by doing so. Now we look at the gap at 2.9 seconds. Now, as we know, it went with some work on that last lap around. Can he find a little more speed, and can he gap that near 3 seconds with the time that we have remaining, 3 laps down? And I think we'll probably see a white flag, if I'm not mistaken, this next time around. Can he bridge a 1.5 seconds or more a lap to take that position?
Well, right now, Carson Wood is on the move. He is caught up to Abzur. He's trying to make the move on him right now. But look at Jonathan Getz. He's running a 153 back there in that 6th position. And he, too, is picking up big chunks of real estate right now, trying to move the number 221 gas machine up the ranks.
Oh, we got it happening right there. 5-1-1 right beside Carson Wood right beside. Yep. And Bourgeois dropping to the number 3 spot. It'll put him 2-3 now and a 5. That will do a 2-2 for Carson Wood, which will now solidify 2nd.
Carson Wood. Abzur come back to the inside, wanted to answer, and Carson's like, I don't think so, homie. Gave him a great look over, grabbed a handful, and here goes Carson Wood after Harrison. Now, Harrison turned a 153 last time around. Carson Wood, I told you the guy was on fire, and look at Jonathan Getz. He did pick up another position there. No, actually, he did not. Thought he was going to make that pass, was unable to make it stick. So 151 last time around for Carson Wood.
Yeah,
not going to be enough, I don't think, to get up there and challenge Harrison in half a lap.
Not 5.6 seconds. That's a pretty big gap to bridge. Harrison did drop to a 153.2. Carson Wood did match the fast 151 that Harrison gave us there a lap or 2 ago. But again, 5.6 seconds was the gap on that one. So Harrison right now, what should be a victory lap, so to speak, in this mini senior 1, 12-14. And as we said, laying down the law there, working his way up through the pack. We saw him there on that first lap, buried in that top 10, and just started picking them off one at a time. On lap 2, man, he had worked his way up into position and made the pass very impressively. Sealed the deal here with a 5+ second lead heading into the final lap, mini senior 1. Again, 12 to 14-year-old riders. And Nakia Bourgeois dropping to 3rd behind Wood. Colby Lesser is 4th on this final lap. Austin Wood heading into it in 5th. Jonathan Getz in 6th. Gregory Jordan in 7th. Heath Fisher is 8th. Nathaniel Orr in 9th. Kane Bolasina rounding out the top 10. Here's an interesting point to ponder. Kane Bolasina, the 314. Just moving into Nathan Hummel just moved, and Kane Bolasina, both top 10 riders from Moto number 1, battling for a